Nick Wright. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning here in New York City. We got a big show for you today. A lot of things happened yesterday. The L. Bell era in Pittsburgh is officially over. The Cowboys have a new reason to feel encouraged, but we are going to start with the drama out west, out in Golden State. Kevin Durant and Draymond Green had their friendship tested with a heated exchange during their loss to the Clippers on Monday. So KD was upset that Draymond didn't pass him the ball at the end of regulation. Green reportedly called Durant a derogatory word. Sticks and stones. Look who was there calming him down. Boogie. The drama reportedly spilled into the locker room where Draymond brought up Durant's impending free agency. All of this resulted in Draymond Green being suspended and fined last night. Warriors beat the Hawks anyway. Here's KD after the game.
Hey, Kevin, have you and Draymond been able to hash anything out?
No.
Do you see that happening anytime soon?
I'm sure it will. We got a long season ahead.
Did he cross the line with anything last night that was said?
I'm gonna keep that in house. That's what we do here. I mean, obviously, I know you guys got a job to do, but I'm not trying to get nobody no headlines. What happened happened. We trying to move on. Just trying to play basketball.
Kevin, just following up on that real quick. Were you surprised he got suspended?
I was just focused on the game. I didn't really care either way. I was just focused on trying to come out here and finish this back-to-back off.
Nick, what'd you make of everything? Did any of this surprise you?
This shocked me. I am shocked, and I can tell you a lot of people in league circles, from GMs to players to associates, are shocked that the Warriors have gone to this level to placate Kevin Durant. About 3 years ago, before Kevin Durant got to the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green tried to fight Steve Kerr in the locker room in the midst of a 73-win season, tried to fight the coach. He didn't get suspended for that.
And it was a private fine, wasn't it?
He got fined, he got talked to, but didn't get suspended. Right. The fine's nowhere near the game check he's missing out on.
Right, the fine was held privately. That's what they said. They didn't announce how much it was.
Exactly right. And so, but this is costing him well into the six figures. That Draymond Green got suspended for hurting Kevin Durant's feelings. Draymond Green got suspended for using profanity towards Kevin Durant. And the only reason, the only logical path to follow is the Warriors, much like Kevin Durant is seemingly preoccupied with his free agency, are also on a management level preoccupied with his free agency and want to do everything they can to reach out to Kevin Durant and say, we got you, man. We're not going to let people be mean to you. We'll take care of that. I am surprised personally that once this had boiled over to this point, that Kevin Durant didn't go to management and say, do what you want, but don't suspend him, even if he was furious, because it would only, well, they don't need him against the Hawks, but it makes Durant look weak. It makes Durant look bad, and it makes this a much bigger story. This was going to be a one-day story. There was a blow-up on the bench. I knew a lot of shows yesterday talked about it. I didn't think we needed to because I didn't think it was a big deal. I think in pro sports this happens. Over a long season, guys get angry. They yell at each other. They're fine the next day. Durant's clearly still upset. Steph went to his house to try to calm him down yesterday, according to Marcus Thompson, The Athletic. But this is all about the Warriors, in my eyes, trying to make sure Kevin Durant knows, we need you, man. We love you. We got your back.
I think one part, too, we can't gloss over is yesterday, who went to Draymond's house?
Steph Curry.
Oh, because Steph was out of town.
Steph was not there. He was not on the bench because of the groin injury when this all happened.
Okay, so do you believe that Draymond would have done this to Steph?
No.
Okay, do you think he would have done this to Clay?
No.
Boogie Cousins just got there. You think he would have even done this to Boogie Cousins?
No. Can I add something, though?
Go ahead.
I also don't think any of those guys would have berated Draymond.
Okay, what do you consider berating?
When Kevin Durant went to the bench and was yelling, pass me the damn ball, when Durant didn't get the ball immediately, what started all this, and doesn't even go up court, and talk down to Draymond Green, I don't think those other guys would have done it.
Wait. You just because he continues to say, pass me the ball, that's talking down to Draymond?
Well,
after we already know that Draymond turned the ball over?
Just saying pass me the ball is not talking down to him. The way it's been reported, again, Marcus Thompson's got a good blow-by-blow. Draymond felt he was talking down to him, talking him to, quote, like a scrub who he could speak to like that. But I agree with you. Draymond wouldn't have called Steph, Clay, anyone on the team except for maybe Kerr and Durant what he called.
Well, whatever it was he said, Draymond responded with, "Who do you think you're talking to?" It was enough where it felt like he was being condescending.
This is the thing. It wasn't just a condescending. Draymond already had a problem with KD before this happened. All right? It just boiled over, and Draymond was wrong. Typically, in a professional situation, a guy will analyze what happened. If I'm in that situation, I get the rebound. I react in natural time. They got 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
So part of it's Steve Kerr's fault.
Yep.
He didn't call a timeout. So we'll get to that maybe at some other point. I turn the ball over. The game goes into overtime. Now, we end up losing the game in overtime, but at that point when I'm going back, I'm like, man, I should have made a better basketball play. Now, it might have been passing to Kevin Durant, or it might have been something else. You have to be able to fess up for what you did. In that opportunity, they did not get a chance to be able to win the game. They didn't even get a shot. So Draymond's at fault for that. KD is not at fault for saying, I want the ball in that situation. And then when they get on the bench, it continues. Both of them continue. Draymond's talking to KD. KD's saying, I wanted the ball there. To me, that is not talking down to someone. That's actually just saying what really should have happened. You got the rebound. I'm right there. You should give the ball to me and let me try to finish him off. The problem is that as an organization, you have to do something to be able to protect KD. Man, this is a workplace. You watching the game, people forget about that. That on the sideline of the NBA, that's a workplace. You can't threaten someone. You can't call someone out of their name. It wasn't like he just called him a scrub or a chump. He used that 5-letter word that means a lot more. So I believe that they had to do something because it was not over with after the game. Draymond continued afterwards where he began to say, you know something, KD? I got a problem with how you're approaching free agency. So that's a different. It's not about the shot now. So it was a bigger issue already. Golden State had to intervene. You can say they were protecting KD, but as an employer, you have to be able to protect people and allow them to be able to do their job. And when Draymond continued with it, that's why he got suspended. That's why you have someone like Steph come to Draymond's house, because Draymond would not let it go.
Right.
And this will continue. This is not over with.
All right, so one thing you both